Little under the weather, been fighting this damn cold, and I might have the flu. Everybody in the crib's been sick. I've been fighting sick people for about a good 2 months now, man. Wolverine bones starting to fail him, man. You know what I mean? I don't have the healing strengths, powers I used to have like when I was younger, man. But I want to do something different for the new year, man. Maybe for Wednesdays. My top 5 whys. Why? I guess this one I'm going to do it on superheroes. My top 5 favorite superheroes and why. I might start doing this every Wednesday. I might do this every other Wednesday. I don't know. You know me. I'm always doing some shit, man. Can't stay focused on the same shit. But yo, man, I want y'all to check out my top 5 favorite superheroes and why they are my top 5. Well, yeah, ever since a kid, man, I've been into comic books, you know what I mean, superheroes. I still am a big kid when it comes to that. Anybody that knows me knows my favorite, pretty much, movies and TV shows are superhero movies and TV shows. I mean, that's one of the reasons why me and my brother, we work out so we can look like him, you know what I mean? Like, so the impact of like Stan Lee when he passed, like I felt it, you know what I mean? I ain't cry, but I felt it. It was a big loss, you know what I mean? Like, people don't understand what comic books have done for us, you know what I mean? But my top 5, man, it was tough, man. Some of you know me, you might be like, eh. Some of you might be surprised that know me of the order that I put certain superheroes over other ones. You know what I mean? But it was tough. Like I said, 4 and 5 could have easily switched, and 2 and 3 could have easily switched. And I would be okay with it. It wouldn't be a problem. This was a tough one, man. My brother might get mad at this one. But at number 5, I gotta put Incredible Hulk. He makes my top 5, man. Hulk is a beast, man. The Hulk is a beast. Anybody that has followed Incredible Hulk, you know he's the strongest. I mean, movies until recent time didn't do him right. But I did like the one that came out in 2008, I think it was. I like that Hulk. He was a badass, man. I like that Hulk. That was a really good Incredible Hulk movie. That was a really good Incredible Hulk movie. I wish you could have brought the actor back to play him, because I think he remind me of the TV series. But for whatever reason, they wasn't able to bring him back. And your man Mark, man, he does his job. I mean, as an actor, I don't have a problem with him. But do he remind me of the Bruce Banner from the comics? No, he do not remind me of Bruce Banner from the comics. But he does his thing in the movies. I give him his props. But Hulk, man, I mean, you can look deeper into it and say we all fight with a dark side, an angry side. So it's a reflection of us as a people that he deals with that. But Hulk is a freaking badass, man. He's the strongest ever. Can't nobody stop him, you know. But at the end of the day, he a dude that's really smart, and he's like, man, just leave me alone. But people would not leave him alone, and he end up kicking their ass. So Hulk is a freaking badass dude, man. I know a lot of people wasn't happy with Avengers Endgame, that Hulk really didn't spaz out. I mean, he spazzed out in all the other ones, but he didn't spaz out in that one. So, you know, people was a little bit upset with that. I'll get to why I wasn't as upset as other people was later on if you continue watching. But, you know, if you're a Super Hulk fan, I can see why you was upset with that movie. But I love the Hulk, man. That's why he made my top 5. At number 4, I told you, 4 and 5 could have easily swapped. It's Batman. I could have easily put Hulk over Batman and it wouldn't have hurt my feelings. But I feel like at the end of the day, I look through all my years of enjoying comic books and cartoons and superheroes. I gotta put Batman above the Hulk because Batman is a freaking beast, man. And it ain't the thing about Batman, what people don't understand, and I had to explain to one of my peoples, Batman is not Iron Man. Far as money-wise and smarts, yes. You take away Batman's suit, he still will kick your ass. He still will kick a room full of 40, 50 people ass. Batman is the most, I say, Batman's superpower is his brain. They say he's the world's greatest detective. He's one of the smartest thinkers. I mean, he analyzed every situation. They came out with a movie about how he had a plan to take down all the Justice League members. And when they found out that it was his plan and they asked him, it was like, Batman, why? Why would you come up with a plan to stop all those? And Batman pretty much was like, why wouldn't I? And they like, you should have a plan to stop me. He was like, you should. And that's the thing. Batman can take out villains with superpowers without having superpowers because of his mind. Fighting style alone, he's a freaking beast, man. He trained his body to the utmost where it's almost like you fighting a metahuman when you fighting him. He's super strong, super fast. He knows many different martial arts styles. He's just a pretty much unstoppable human being. Probably the most unstoppable human being, in the DC universe. So Batman, I had to put him at 4, man. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to put him over the Hulk, man. Like I said, my brothers might be like, you bugging something, but I had to put him over the Hulk, man. At number 3, this was tough. This was tough too. At number 3, yeah. This is tough, man. At number 3, I have to put Wolverine. I know, right? 2 and 3 could have easily swapped because everybody knows how I feel about Wolverine. I freaking love Wolverine. That's one of my names, is Wolverine. Me and my brothers, we always joke about me having a healing factor because I hardly ever get sick. Back when I used to do security and I used to fight, they used to say it was like Wolverine because I act like I didn't feel nothing until it was over. That's my name, Wolverine. So Wolverine is one of my favorite characters. I mean, he's another badass. I guess that's what I like, man. I like badasses. He's a badass that don't take no shit. That is just, the fact that his bones is metal and are indestructible. Right there alone will make anybody a badass. But the fact that he has claws, and he's another one that also knows many different martial arts styles of fighting. So, he's a beast, man. Wolverine is a beast. He's one of them. He's a lot of people's favorite X-Men. He's just a guy that's, I feel like, more relatable. Like, some of the superheroes that I like are not always the superhero really tight. I think I only got one person on this list that's really a goody good. You know what I mean? Like one of those goody good guys. Like I like those anti-hero type of guys because I feel like that's me. I haven't always done the right thing all the time, but at the end of the day, I got a good heart and I mean well. But I'm not a perfect person, so that's why I like those type of superheroes. But Wolverine is a freaking beast, man. I mean, I remember when I first seen X-Men, the movie, the first one, I wasn't too happy at how they portrayed him. They had him as the skinny guy. But your man did his thing, man. Your man took over the role and became Wolverine, and he made me believe it. And the first Wolverine movie, the origin, I wasn't a big fan. There's parts of it I like, but I wasn't a big fan. But the second one, that Wolverine, that's one of my favorite movies of all time, man. That was a beast. And the first time I seen it was on a garbage bootleg copy, and I still loved it. So that was one of the best movies I ever seen. I wish they could have just kept coming out with Wolverine movies. The last movie hurt me, you know what I mean? It was sad to see myself die on screen, but it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, I love Wolverine. That's one of my favorite guys. Like I said, 2 and 3 could have easily swapped. At number 2, this is going to be a shocker for a lot of people that know me. But at number 2 is Captain America. And some of y'all going to be like, why the hell you put Captain America over Wolverine? I could have swapped them and been okay with it. It wouldn't have hurt my feelings. But the reason why I gave Captain America the edge is because I see myself in Captain America. Like I said, on this list, he probably has the purest heart out of everybody on this list. Captain America is my guy. He's my favorite white boy on the planet. Captain America is a beast. What I like about Captain America is the story of a little, tiny, short, little guy with a big heart. His insides didn't reflect his outsides. And he wanted to do anything to fight for what was right. You guys know the story. He got the injection, became Captain America. But Captain America's heart and spirit is what makes him great. On top of that, he's another badass. And I like how they portrayed him in the movies. And I will tell y'all, the last movie, Avengers Endgame, when he got that hammer, I was like a little kid all over again. I went freaking crazy. When he got that hammer, I went freaking crazy. My girl said I was like a kid. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't remember the last time I had that moment. But that moment is a classic moment in movies when I'm watching the movie and I'm just excited and I'm like, oh my God. It was a oh my God moment. It was like, and I haven't had one of those in a while. That's like when you were a kid and you see movies for the first time, like when y'all saw Star Wars, or, you know what I mean, you saw Superman and all these things you was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. That's how I felt when he got that hammer. I knew from the comics that it was possible, but I never thought they would do it in film. And they did it in film, and oh my God, I went crazy. You could probably tell by the excitement right now that I went crazy. But Captain America gets the number 2 spot on my top 5 superheroes. Okay, we made it to the top spot. Now, y'all been listening to this background music this whole time. So in your head, you probably already know who the top spot is. It is not Superman. I'm sorry to disappoint all the Superman fans out there, but Superman did not make my top 5. And to be honest, I don't know if he would make my top 10. Nothing against Superman, but I don't know, man. I like the first the Man of Steel. When I was a kid, I freaking loved Superman. If I would have did this when I was a kid, back in the 80s, Superman and Spider-Man would have made this list. But Superman and Spider-Man did not make this list. And this is why. Because I give the top spot to Blade. To Blade. I'm telling you, I told y'all I was going to surprise some of y'all, man. The top spot goes to Blade. Wesley Snipes, that Blade movie, when that came out, I was like, what the hell is going on? It was so badass to see a black dude kicking butt like he was doing. The second Blade is one of my favorite movies. The second Blade, the first one is a classic. That's why I gotta put it. I feel like the first one is a classic. You gotta put it over in the classic. The second Blade is one of my favorite movies. Blade gets the #1 spot for my favorite superheroes because it's Blade. Just for the reasons that I gave you. He's a freaking badass, man. Just how he handles situations, man. And like I said, most of the people on this list is not all the way good guys. You know, they're not somebody that you might even want to hold a conversation with. But Blade, when he speaks, the words that he says, man, oh my God, man. Like when he said, and I think this might have been in the third movie, when he was like, oh my God, they're going to kill me. He was like, motherfucker, I will kill you. Me and my brother want to jump out of our damn seats when we heard that. Lines like that, that's what made us fall in love with Blade. Blade is a freaking beast, man. Oh man, the end of the movies when he would take on everybody, I love that shit, man. I love seeing the one guy take out like 30 or 40 dudes. Maybe this new generation like, oh, but that can't happen because of this and that and that and the third. And, you know, it's not really, if you look at the numbers and if you look at this and that's not possible. F y'all niggas, man. I like to see the one guy taking out everybody, man. You know what I mean? I love that, man. I love it. Say what you want. I love it. I love superhero movies, man. I love them. I love them. Blade, oh my God. First off, love vampire movies. But a black vampire that can kick ass and have mad weapons and martial arts. I love martial arts, man. I grew up loving martial arts. I took martial arts as a kid. I love it. I love the old Kung Fu movies. So to see a black character kick ass the way he did is why I love Blade, man. I love Blade, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Blade has to get the #1 for me. For me, I mean, when I saw his movies, when I seen that another Blade movie was coming out, I went freaking crazy, man. There's nobody like freaking Blade, man. And the new dude that's taking over, please study martial arts. Don't be like the TV show. Stick your fingers. Onyx, I love y'all. Onyx, legendary hip-hop group from Queens. But, Sticky, when you was in an interview and they asked you what type of martial art training did you need to take for the movie and you said that Blade was a street fighter, I want to go in that. I want to go into the screen and choke the shit out of you, man. How can you say that Blade was just a street fighter, man? Really? You lost some cool points when you said that, man. It's okay, man. I forgave you later. No, I think I just forgave you today. But Blade, I hope Marvel know what they're doing, because understand that Blade started it off for Marvel. That was their first good Marvel, movie that really set it off for everything else. So everything that you like Marvel, hey, man, Blade really set it off for y'all, man. He really did it. So the new Marvel movies with Blade, you better do it right, man. You better do that shit right, man, because I'm going to be just like these nerds, and I'm going to come at you, man. I'm going to be like, yo, son, that wasn't right. That ain't it, man. That ain't what it do, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish they could have brought Wesley Snipes back. Hopefully they could bring him back, and maybe he do a guest appearance, or maybe he could be a producer, writer. Wesley Snipes needs to be involved in some type of way. But that is my top 5 list. Blade at number 1. Captain America at number 2. Wolverine at number 3. Batman at number 4. And Incredible Hulk at number 5. Hope y'all enjoy my top 5 and why Wednesdays. This is something I want to start doing. Maybe every Wednesday, maybe every other Wednesday. It's the Benjamin Walker, a.k.a. Felipe Hernandez. Yeah.